Good morning, guys. Oh, I've kind of been waking up all morning. I got up about 6:30 and then again about 8:30. It's about 9:30 now. I don't sleep a lot during the week with my work schedule. I get maybe 5 hours a day, so when the weekend comes I tend to make up for it. But it rained until about 1 in the morning. There's still some water droplets on the tent. I don't know if you can see that or not. But I slept really well, comfortable, no problems. My lens is kind of foggy. Condensation. There we go, there I am. So we're gonna get up now and have breakfast. I slept in quite a bit, but we have all day, and I still think I might stay a second night because tomorrow's a holiday and I don't have my kids and I'm having fun. So let's get breakfast going. Let's go get that food out of the tree. Hopefully the bag I have the food in kept the water off the food. The only waterproof bag I had was the one my dog tore up. So, oh, I'm fogging up again. Okay, let's get out there. Looks like my zipper right here has separated. I think this tent may have had its final hurrah. It's time for something new for the summer. I'm kind of stuck in here. Well, that sucked. I was trapped in the tent for a minute. It's not foggy. It's the lens. Okay, condensation's gone. So there's the tent. I'm letting air out right now. I got the door open with the net zipped. That zipper got caught on the outer flap again and again, and I've had that problem with that Spitfire for years. I've had that tent probably 4 years or so, and I've used it a ton, but I've been considering something else. Possibly the Alps Lynx 1, Alps Mountaineering Lynx 1 tent, which weighs about the same. It's about the same size, but my son has one and I really like it. Looks like my chair makes a great bowl. Oh boy, I'll let that sit in the sun and dry out. I left my garbage out, guys, but it's because it started raining and I had to just grab whatever and dive into the tent, and I didn't even see this sitting here. I forgot all about it. Probably didn't catch anything on the trail camera because I'm pretty sure it would have torn into that. So normally I clean up my garbage when I go to bed, but I threw these things underneath because it's dry under there, just to keep them out of the rain. Without, my tent is so full of my gear right now, it's ridiculous. But as you can see, skies are better. Like I said, 10% chance of rain today. Let's go get our food. Need some energy and some comfort. It's a beautiful morning, and I can't wait to share this day with you. Still there. Hopefully the food's dry. Alright, bag's dry. Yeah, everything inside feels dry. I'll just grab what I need. I'm not going to film this. Okay, I lied. These two packages right here are grits. And while the paper is wet, it feels like the contents are still pretty loose in there. It's the only thing I have in paper inside that bag. Should have put it in a Ziploc. I wasn't very organized for this trip because I wasn't sure until the last minute if it was really going to happen. So I've got a Cliff protein bar. Thought it'd be good for all the hiking I'm going to be doing. See, it's still okay in there. There's the grits, and I've got an applesauce. It's a good start to the day. Just have to heat some water. Okay, I got my cup of water here for both packages. I think my windscreen's had it. What do you guys think? Time for a new piece of foil. I really should invest in an actual windscreen, but foil's so light, and if I'm camping and I happen to catch a fish, I can cook it on the fire in this. So it has a lot of uses. That's why I use foil instead of a proper windscreen. Okay, enough talking. Let's eat. Okay, while that water's heating, let's give this protein bar a try. I've never had these before. I can't stomach Cliff bars. I don't know what it is, man. Everyone loves them. I just think they're so gross. But I find myself buying them anyway. I've never had the protein bar, and this looks way more appetizing. Chocolate mint. Yeah, this has my approval, definitely. 270 calories, 80 from fat. Very comparable to a regular Cliff bar, but of course more protein. So the plan today, we're going to do a lot of hiking and exploring again. More structured. I want to check out those frogs. I can still hear them. They were quiet while it rained, and then when it stopped, they just started up again. They're only around in the beginning. They're only around in the spring, and then they just disappear for the summer. At least that's the experience I've had with them. I think they burrow into the mud and after they mate and whatnot. I caught a bunch of them one summer at my grandpa's cabin when I was probably in my early 20s, and kept them as pets. They're cute little buggers. Anyway, and then we'll hike. I want to hike to the Ogden Canyon overlook. Instead of going all the way up to Sardine Pass, we'll just check out some views and that kind of thing. And just kind of enjoy our day. That's why we're up here, right? I'll load my backpack with snacks, and I'll take my water with. And I should have brought a little water bottle or canteen so I didn't have to carry my whole bladder with me. But like I said, I was a little rushed. I eat applesauce probably daily. It's always part of my lunch. 'Cause when you're my age, you gotta gum your food. I'm just kidding. Okay. Gone. Let's check our water. Getting steamy, very close to a boil. It only takes a couple of minutes to boil a cup of water in this thing. It's pretty hot. I love it. I haven't used a gas stove in so long. I've been using Espic cubes for ages. I really like this. Okay, we have steam. And just like that, we have our rolling boil. Alright. Wrong way. I always go the wrong way. Let's story of my life. You can't even hear the paper. There we go. See, nice and dry. There's even dust coming off of those grits. Now, originally I had oatmeal planned, which I prefer over grits for breakfast. But Bob had his way with the oatmeal, and all I had in my cupboard was grits, and I really didn't want to buy more oatmeal, so I just didn't. I just brought these. And it's raining. Stop it. 10% my butt. Alright. It's not raining. It's actually the rain blowing off the trees. Ooh, that's barely gonna fit. This growing boy needs lots of breakfast. Especially if I'm going hiking. Need the calories. These are cheesy grits, I believe. And I like to let them sit for a little bit so they're not soupy. They get thicker. So I'm sitting here thinking about YouTube and how its algorithm has kind of cut into people's viewership, etc. I've been watching people's videos, even some large name YouTubers have lost views, even though they have plenty of subscribers, and the reason why is because the algorithm tends to show people what they think they'll be interested in and not what they're subscribed to. That's a fact. It's very easy to get caught up in numbers, and I try not to. But the reality is, you can either keep doing what you're doing, like I am, and hope for the best, which isn't a great business model. If you've taken any business classes at all, hoping for the best isn't necessarily going to make a great business. And this kind of is a business a little bit. I don't have enough subscribers to make money off of this. And I have enough to keep things going, keep me motivated. So, I don't know, I really don't like ever since they changed the rules quite a while ago and made the algorithm in charge. One of my recent videos, the one with the Promontory Point with my kids where we went and saw the trains out in the desert, I actually got hit by YouTube for using a copyrighted song, and what it was is my own recording, my own version. I recorded it, I sang it, I played it on the guitar of a Johnny Cash song called Let the Train Blow the Whistle. And the algorithm picked it up and said, you are under copyright infringement from BMI Music. This is owned, and like, no. The algorithm didn't know the difference between Johnny Cash and me. So I had to email YouTube and say, no, have a real person listen to that song, and you will see that it's not a Johnny Cash song. It's a Johnny Cash song, but it's not his version. And then they shut up. They stopped bugging me about it, and they left it in the video. They were going to silence that section of the video at the end of my video, my little montage. This is what happens when machines take over and there are no real people involved. There are real people out there making these videos, but not real people reviewing them back at YouTube. It makes me nuts. So I've decided that, I'm just going to do this for the love of it, because that's really why I do it. I could come out here without a camera. I still would come out here and do this without a camera. But I really enjoy sharing it with you guys, and I really enjoy, believe it or not, the editing process. I find I'm a creative person, and I find the editing process to be very liberating creatively. I have to be careful now what I say and what I show and all that stuff. Words that I put in my video might get my video deleted. Freedom of speech? I don't think so. Hoping either YouTube will change its ways or another person out there may come up with a better video hosting platform that actually allows people to be themselves and doesn't inhibit who they are or what they are. The term liberal does not mean free anymore. It means there's rules for everything, and don't you dare cross that line. So, anyway, just a few thoughts on the YouTube thing. Hopefully I don't get deleted or blocked because I said something naughty about YouTube. All I'm asking for is change. And it used to be a really good platform, and there weren't all these restrictions, and there wasn't a machine in charge. So unfortunately that's how it is now. So if you are watching this, I really appreciate it. Anyway, I'm done with breakfast. Let's fill this backpack with junk and get hiking. It's a beautiful morning. Beautiful hiking weather, my friends. Let's go do it. Zipped up the tent completely. That way nobody knows if there's someone in there napping or not. My pack did well through the night, by the way. It's nice and dry. I've put the trail camera up here at the end of my ridge line, pointing at the table. There is not much for anyone to steal. They could take my power bank here that's charging in the sun, my chair, anything really. I've heard some people hooping and hollering, which is a term I never use. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, down there on the trail, they could easily come up here and say, hey, a campsite, let's steal. The closer you are to the city, the more likely that is. So if it does happen, trail camera's right there, camouflaged mostly, hopefully, or at least they'll see that there's a camera. What I really need is one of those trail cameras that actually transmit to your phone. That would be awesome. So when there's movement, you get a notification, you open your phone, and you can see what's going on in front of the camera. They're great. I love trail cameras. I think they're an amazing invention, and I think we kind of take them for granted, really, because they're so common. Live in an amazing time, really. The technology we have. I'm bringing you this video right now. I'm going to edit this and have it on YouTube in no time, and you'll be able to come along on this adventure with me. It's pretty amazing, because I grew up in a time when giant VHS cameras were the thing, and there was no internet. So if you wanted to share your videos, you had to bore everybody by inviting them over to your house and feeding them. You can do that in your own homes. I think what we'll do is we'll start with those frogs, and then we'll hike up that way to the Ogden Canyon overlook. Because I know if I hike up that way first, then I won't feel like going and hiking down, checking out the frogs, when I could just turn and head back to camp. Look how beautiful this is. It's so green and lush, and it's just getting started. So we have come to the frog pond. I'm going to be very quiet and try to at least catch them on film. They're very skittish. If they see you, they'll dive in the water. Okay, I see where the pond is. There's a creek running through this thick brush, and then it ends in a pond right here. I may have to sneak down here in the evening. This is beautiful. Just a little pond. I don't know if this is where they are or not. I'll have to explore a little bit, figure it out. Let's have a peek inside the water. There are water skeeters floating around on the top. That's what I called them when I was a kid. These water bugs, I call them water skeeters. I used to catch them and keep them in a bucket as well. Man, I had a lot of fun as a kid. Kids today, they don't know what they're missing. Back in my day, blah, blah, blah. There's a nice little dam here. Okay, Let's go up over this way and see if there's another spot for the frogs or if this is it. They could burrow into the mud during the day. It's very possible. You hear that? This is not the pond. They're over that way. Let's go check it out. Okay, I've got to be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. Oh yeah, there's a pond right here. Listen to those guys. They have such good hearing, it's insane. I'm not even close to them and they've already stopped. Very swampy through here. Okay. Oh yeah. This is perfect for them. I heard that. Something just dove in. I don't know if you guys can hear me whispering. The thing is, they sound huge, and I remember looking for them years ago and thinking I was going to spot this giant bullfrog or something. They make a lot of noise for some tiny guys. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit here and just be still and quiet and wait and see if I can film any of them. Right now they know I'm here, but if I hold still, they might be able to hear well, but they're not smart. Let me get my sit pad out and have a siesta for a little while. Okay, guys, do your thing. There's one there. And there's one over there. But I don't know where. It's so loud. I think my best bet is to go over there and sit. It's closer to the water and close to where I can hear that one. It's gonna shut them up for a little while, but if I hold really still, they'll start up again. He was just croaking, and I've got him pinpointed to this little spot. Right in there. Somewhere. I just don't know where. It's right in that little thing of grass. There he is. On camera, he looks huge. But I can tell you from the naked eye, he's about the size of a quarter. wanted to get a picture of him, but my cell phone won't zoom in far enough, so this will have to do. Come on, focus. You would not believe how small he is. We'll say goodbye to our frog friends now. It's so cool that I was able to film it. On to other things, my friends. Haha. That was awesome. They're so tiny. And they're little pouches that blow up. They get bigger than their whole body. As soon as I stood up, they went in the water quicker than lightning. They were just like boom, in the water and just camouflaged, disappeared. So they're very good at protecting themselves. We're gonna hike back up to the road and go check out the Ogden Canyon overlook. I was hiking along and I caught this tree waving at me. Friendly little guy. Hi. Hi. I almost didn't notice him because he camouflaged. Well, we're at a crossroads. Not a big one though. Camp is that way. We just came from down there. This trail goes up near Sardine Peak there. It's kind of hidden by the trees. And then it loops around through some beautiful forested areas and it comes out back down there where the frogs were. Now I've already filmed a video doing that loop, so I'm really not in the mood for a distance hike today. And even though it's not grueling and difficult, it's exhausting. It's every corner you turn, you think you're at the end, and you're not. So mentally, it kind of plays on your mind a little bit. It's a beautiful hike, though. We're just gonna hike up through this forested area here. The trail goes right through some beautiful, beautiful forested area. A beautiful forested area. And then it comes out to a clearing, and you can either go left to the Ogden Canyon overlook or go right and continue on the Sardine Peak Trail. And we're gonna go left. If you'll notice, these railroad ties sticking up mark what used to be the Maples Campground along the road. They kind of end right there. So here is the trailhead, the official trailhead, with a map showing all the different places you can go in the entire area. This is the trailhead here. This is the loop I was talking about. And yeah, we're camped down here. There's a little table here with a fire pit, which makes me think it might be a remnant of the Maples as well, because it just straight through there is the Maples. So maybe this is a remnant. Maybe it's just somewhere to sit and have lunch before you hike the trail or after. I don't know. But we are going to sit here and chill for a minute because there are 3 hikers coming this way, and I don't like having people on my heels, especially when I'm driving and when I'm out exploring and taking my time like I am today. We've got lunch with us, so I'll probably eat lunch on the trail before heading back to camp. So we'll just hang here for a minute. That was pretty funny. They basically walked to the sign, turned around, headed back. And that it wasn't funny because they did that, so what? But the one guy had a 32-ounce thing of soda from a gas station tucked in the cup holder of his backpack. Like, oh. Some people's hiking habits. You can tell who hikes frequently and who almost never does. Gotta have my Pepsi. God, that's gonna make you more thirsty. To each their own. Who am I to judge? More seasoned hikers. That one had a big fat beer in his hand. Let's go for a hike, buddy. We'll get wasted at the top and dehydrate ourselves. That's just funny. I get it when people sit around camp and do that. They're going for a hike, having a beer, having a soda. You are going to dehydrate yourself. Stick with water, Gatorade, anything that will truly hydrate you. And there's something in my eye. Can you tell? Ah. Here's our view so far. That is the parking lot where I'm parked. Roughly. The closest edge to us anyway. And that is Snow Basin. Maples is down in that beautiful greenery that we have just hiked all the way up through to here. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Looks like a moose had a slippery climb up the trail here. You can see his hoofs, listen to me. There's a smaller one next to it. Maybe a mom and a calf. This is the time of year that babies are born. They just kind of continue right through here. Even the mooses stay on the trail. So I just sat down to take a rest and got mobbed by 4 different dogs. Dogs just like, I'm a dog person and I think they can just tell. So there was like a Labradoodle and a chocolate lab and some kind of shepherd mix and some kind of like boxer mix. And they all had to come over here. There were 3 people walking 4 dogs. And all the dogs had to come over here and say hi. So I just got mobbed. In fact, here's the lick I got. I love dogs. They're so funny. They're so positive and optimistic. I have cats too. I love cats too. But I'm an animal person. But I love it when dogs on the trail come up and say hi. It makes my day. Made me happy. Makes me miss Bob and Scraps back at home. Scraps would do well on this. Bob would get overheated. But I plan on taking Scraps out on these trips with me this year. And also Bob if I go car camping. Because car camping is more his speed. So we'll get out with the dogs this year for sure. Something new I want to try anyway. They need to get more acclimated to the outdoors. But that was fun. Well, basically we're almost to the clearing where the overlook is. We got to go up there, wind through here and up to the top. But I wanted to show you this. You might recognize these power poles from yesterday. And this trail running alongside them goes right across our trail and continues down that way. And that will take us right back to camp. And that's the way I'm going to go back. Basically, instead of backtracking the same way I came, I want to see something new. So we'll follow this trail all the way down towards the maples, and that's how it's kind of a shortcut. It goes right straight down into it, so that's the way we'll go back for sure. Hello, Sardine Peak, and hello, Turnoff. So, like I said, to the left is the overlook. To the right is the big loop that goes not to the peak like you would think. It kind of skirts the edge there and goes back down into where we were. Here's our view. Yes, and that is a view, my friends. Absolutely beautiful. Breathtaking. So, here is our sign proving my point. Sardine Trail and Ogden Overlook. There you go. We're going that way. So I'm sitting here at the foot of the sign. You may have noticed I didn't head into the overlook yet. Just as I was about to, a family, mom, dad, 2 kids, headed up the trail. Now the overlook is right back there, and it's not very far. It's hop, skip, and a jump, and you're there. Literally. No, not really. But basically, it's not very far back there, and there's just a little alcove where you can sit and look down on Ogden Canyon and enjoy the view. And my plan is to have lunch there by myself. So I can hear them talking, and there's not much to do there. You kind of hang out there for a few minutes and check it out, and then you walk back. So I'm hoping they're not having lunch there too. And I'm hearing more people come up. Most people will go up the Sardine Peak way and maybe peek down that way. But I really am getting kind of hungry, and I don't want to have to hike all the way back to camp to eat lunch. I will if these people have decided they're going to stay there for the afternoon, but I don't think so. And they're nice people. They even offered to take my picture in front of the sign. I was like, no, that's cool. I got it. Anyway, I just like my isolation, you know what I mean? I like my solitude. Isolation sounds bad. That sounds like, being locked up in prison. But I like my solitude. And I want to go back there and sit and enjoy the view for a few minutes. So I'm going to sit here and wait a few more minutes. If they don't come out, I guess I'll hike back to camp. But I really would like to at least show you the view. So I'll probably go in there and just film it and then leave instead of having lunch there. That's the only difference. I'll still show it to you. But I kind of don't want to share it. It's just between me and you. It's our little secret. Okay, we are making our way towards the overlook. This is how the trail's been almost all the way up. All the spring runoff. And I can see through the trees there that we're going to encounter some snow. Yep. I'm gonna have to walk right over it, actually. This is beautiful through here. These amazing trees. So tall. I should put a bench right there. You could have a bench there, looking out over that view. Wow. You can probably hear the people behind me and in front of me. It's a popular day to go out hiking. It's been raining, like I said, days and days and days. So the weekend came and it broke up. The rain broke up. It's going to rain again tomorrow. So people are taking advantage of it. Looks like those people with their 4 dogs are coming. Wow. This forest is amazing. I love the aspens. Oh boy, do I miss pine trees. This makes me pine for the Uintas. Get it? Ha ha ha. That was a dad joke. So we turn and go this way. The trail is deceiving. It looked like it kept going that way, but it does not. Well, this is not the overlook, but it's an overlook nonetheless that I couldn't pass up. Beautiful. We're almost there. So just a little further. We'll see what awaits us at the end. This is kind of funny. I was just saying how that other spot should have a bench. They actually put one here, which is a nice little bench. Very simple. The problem is the view's not nearly as spectacular. There's a bunch of trees blocking the way, and it makes me wonder if these trees were not there when they put this bench here. Anyway, that's the view from this bench. So maybe what I'll do is, if those people are still there and I haven't seen them come back, we'll have lunch right here. How's that sound? Okay, I can hear them over there, so I'm going to go over there. We're just going to film the overlook, just give you kind of an idea of what's there, and then we'll walk back to this green patch and we'll have lunch. Sound like a plan? I always feel awkward when other people are around in my videos, so I often don't film people, and I like to keep the feeling that I'm alone here anyway, even though I'm really not. Look at this. That is the west slope of Sardine Peak, and I've actually had lunch right up on that cliff right there. If I can find footage, I'll slip in a shot of it from the last time I was up there. Now, I know I just said I'm terrified of heights, but I can sit on this flat piece of ground and appreciate the view, have a snack, as long as I'm not right at the edge. This is an incredible view, but an incredible drop-off too, as you can see. That's the best view you're getting, guys. Okay, the good news is they just walked out, just by coincidence, and we can have lunch right here. Bad news is my battery's low, so I'm gonna have to film in little short increments. But look at this. Holy crap, you guys. It was worth it. Wow. Windy. But look, that's my home, guys. That's Ogden. It's home sweet home right there. Great Salt Lake in the distance. What a spectacular view. So Ogden Canyon is this canyon down here. That's the way we came up here, actually. Wow. And we're gonna have lunch on this bench. And I wouldn't be a gentleman if I didn't give you a bouquet of flowers. So there you go, some nice sunflowers or something like it. So while I'm waiting for that to cook, Snickers time. Peanut butter, creamy Snickers. I don't know, some new thing they have. It's about $1 for one of these. Good source of energy and protein. Love my peanut butter. And then we'll chow down on some noodles and I don't know, we'll just go from there. So, all done. Got my noodles and Spam. It's actually really good, and the salt from the broth will help keep me hydrated. And even though I already had that candy bar, I've burned a lot of calories today, so I'm also going to have this Nature Valley peanut butter breakfast biscuit. I think I'm obsessed with peanut butter, I'm not sure. Anyway, cheers guys, I'm gonna sit and eat and enjoy myself. I do hear voices, so someone may be showing up soon. In the meantime, I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy the quiet, and then we'll head back to camp. It's about 2 p.m. Not that you care. Not that I care. I got all day. Like something's been up here enjoying the view. They look like those Hershey's chocolate eggs you get at Easter. But they're not. Don't eat them. Say goodbye to our view. Let's head back down. Okay guys, looks like it's getting a little overcast, but not bad. Here's our trail cutting down through the power lines. Hopefully pretty close to straight back to camp. So while it's not as scenic and it's a heck of a lot steeper, it's going to save me a lot of time, and I have to take little tiny baby steps. If you followed me for very long, you know I have a broken kneecap that cannot be surgically repaired, so I have to go easy. I actually broke the inner edge of my left kneecap. The x-ray showed where it was a little splinter broken off. And what happens is if I use my knee too much, too briskly, I'm going to be hurting. I'm not going to be able to do anything for a while. So I have to go easy, and I actually broke it hiking with a heavy pack downhill in a hurry to get back to my car. I went on a trip in the Uintas with Joseph Shanks, formerly Mr. T-Max, and I had to work that night and we were running behind, so I had to hoof it, and I felt it pop. After that, my knee swelled up really big and filled with fluid. I went and had x-rays done. They found the break. I went to a sports medicine professional, and he said there's really nothing they can do to fix it because of the way it's broken. So I can feel it. I can feel the pressure in my knee right now. But I have to take these little steps. I don't want to take a big step and really step down on that knee and jack my knee up. Not just ending this trip, but perhaps several for a few months, and I don't want that. So it's starting to level out. You can see I've come down that hill behind me. It's starting to look better. Soon, camp, sweet camp. So I turned where I thought camp might be, cut through the woods here. I wasn't even close. This is how easy it is to get confused about where you are on the trail. I am back on the original trail, although I did bypass much of it. I'm almost to the trailhead. We just wind down here a little bit and come back this way. Trailheads should be right over there because there's the meadow. Sorry, should be right over there because there's the meadow. I didn't walk along the power line trail nearly as long as I thought I had. My legs are like jelly right now because I was all downhill. I'm really looking forward to sitting in my camp chair when I get back. Yep, there's our, not ours, but there's that table that's right by the trailhead. And here are the signs. We made it out. Here we are, back into the beautiful greenery of the meadows. Back to camp. I can rest my feet, take these shoes off for a bit, put my feet up. That'll be nice. Have a drink. It's been a fun, eventful day of hiking. I'm looking forward to the rest of today, relaxing. And there's camp. Looks to be safe and sound. Welcome home. Looks to be untouched. Nobody bothered it. Charging bank is still here. Still got the green light on. Not even my Skittles are gone. That was dumb to leave those out because of animals, but I haven't really seen any around camp. Everything looks good. Let's get these shoes off, this pack off. Let's just chill for a while. Okay guys, so I have a fresh charge on the battery. It's been a couple hours since I got back from my hike. I've rested. I've just kind of been chilling. I've been writing, and I took a little walk up the road and back just to kind of decompress, I guess, from all that exertion. Just a slow, easy walk. And as I was sitting here writing in my journal, that same old lady from yesterday walked by cranking Johnny Cash, and she's my new hero. Not only does she come up here and seemingly walk every day at the same time by herself, as old as she is, she has excellent taste in music. I've loved Johnny Cash since I was a little kid, courtesy of my dad. He was always playing it around the house. My mom's side of it was Frank Sinatra. So I love Frank Sinatra. I love Johnny Cash. And I was in a punk band for 7 years, so I listen to everything. You would be surprised what's on my playlist. The plan is changed slightly, not horribly. It's a beautiful blue sky right now. The sun is out. And it turns out that a storm system is moving in tonight, overnight. It will start raining around 10 o'clock or midnight, right in that neighborhood. And will continue raining all day tomorrow, Memorial Day, and let up on Tuesday. So what I'm looking at, if I stay here, is having dinner, relaxing, maybe some more exploring, because I just can't get enough of that. And then going to bed and sleeping in a tent, getting rained on, waking up in the morning covered in rain, having to make breakfast in the rain. It sounds like a, pretty regular rain shower that's coming. It's going to be steady, is what I'm saying. I can't think. It's going to be a steady rain. So it's going to come in and just start raining and keep raining. And the question is, do I want to sit in my tent and listen to it rain? Yes. But do I want to do that all night and all day? No. I'm not under any time constraints. I don't have to be anywhere. But the rain doesn't sound all that fun to me. Last night's rain was fun because by 2 a.m. the stars were out. The moon was out. That owl was hooting. I could hear coyotes somewhere. It was pretty amazing. But I'm telling you, I just don't think I want to wake up to a soggy camp and have to pack up in the rain and make breakfast in the rain, and nothing I can go and do because it's raining. I'm just not up for it. And I've filmed a lot up here, and we've done a lot, have we not? So here's the plan. I'm going to stay until dinner, until after dinner. I have another MRE. We're going to tear into that. We're going to have dinner. It's 5 p.m. right now. Yeah, I think it's 5 p.m. And so, you know, another hour, maybe even 2 hours, depending. It's not supposed to rain yet. It's supposed to stay nice like this for a little while. So we're going to have dinner here. And when dinner is over, we're going to pack up camp and leave. I would do it now, but if it does start to rain, I want to still have a shelter set up so I can get out of the rain. I don't want to hide under the table. So I'm going to leave it up for now. Man, that is a loud engine. That road is a couple miles away. That's insane. I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to finish my riding. And in a little while, we'll lower that food bag, and we'll spread everything out here on the table and have us some dinner in this incredibly beautiful setting. Okay, let's go get that food bag down. Food bag. It sounds like an insult. You food bag? Bear bag? I don't know. Let's get it down, shall we? All right. We'll just pull that rock over the branch. All right. Let's take this back to camp. So here's a rundown of what's left in the bag. You've already seen this and everything that I've eaten snack-wise. All that garbage is in there, including what we had on the hike. So here's what's left. MRE Menu 23, chicken pesto pasta. I love pesto. This should be interesting. So we'll tear into that when I'm ready to. I have a couple of things of peanut butter. I don't know if I've mentioned, but I like peanut butter. This also has peanut butter. These are peanut butter. Anyway, I've got 3 of these chocolate mint Cliff Bars. Quite a fan. These are my new thing now. No more regular Cliff Bars. I just hate those things. I don't know. I've got 1 applesauce left. I've got Spam and some noodles. Those were going to be lunch tomorrow. That's not going to happen now because of the storm. So that's what's left of my food. It's plenty. There's a lot in here, not to mention all of this. I have plenty to eat. And yeah, that's what's been lurking in the old duffel bag that is not waterproof, we found out. So I'm going to have to order another dry bag for my food for future outings, probably this week, because I don't want to go on another outing without it. So that's it. There you go. There's what's left of our food. Let's tear into this MRE, shall we? This is always fun, because I have no idea what's in here. No idea. If you're in the military, you know exactly what's in here. You've probably eaten 10,000 of these, but I'm excited about this, so let's cut her open. Oh, the usual brick of food. Okay, here's our main course. Our main course, of course. Chicken pesto. You can see it says on there. I don't know if you can see. Anyway, that's what it says. Once again, our cardboard sleeve to heat in. Cherry and blueberry cobbler. Holy crap. That sounds amazing. I'm hoping I can heat this up. If I can't heat it with the heating element, I'll probably put it in a pot of water and just warm it that way. Here's our accessory pack. A little more bulky than the last one. Coffee. Creamer. Toilet paper, in case it goes right through you. I always keep these. I keep them in my roll pack. Then I never have to take TP with me when I'm backpacking. We'll set that aside. We've got another wet wipe. You know what's interesting? This doesn't have sugar. It has salt. I'm not putting that in But these, that has no sugar. That's strange. Usually there's a packet of sugar. So here's the gum. Are they trying to slim up the military? Is that why there's no sugar? Pack of matches. Something I always keep in a drawer at home in case I need them. Oatmeal chocolate chunk cookie. Now, can someone tell me what the TFF means? I keep seeing it, and I don't know what it means. I'm pretty sure it's not tough effing, you know, football. I have no idea. I don't know what TFF means. Touch feet frequently. I don't know. Rub this on your feet. Taste better. I have no idea. So oatmeal chocolate chunk cookie. That's awesome. There's dessert. Oh, is it peanut butter or cheese? What do you think? Here we go. Blah! Womp, womp, womp. Cheese spread with jalapenos. Nasty, disgusting, not eating it. Going over here. Italian breadsticks. Excellent. That'll go well with the pesto. Probably put the pesto on here and scarf it down that way. I probably will. Once again, we have the chocolate drink, but this one's different. This is chocolate protein drink powder. So this also has maltodextrin, which is a good energy source. Let's see, hot or cold water? 8 ounces of cold water. So it's not made for hot water. So we'll drink this like chocolate milk. It's like a shake. Here's our spoon, once again. And our heating element. And I have a bag. It often comes with a beverage bag, you know, to mix the drinks in, or usually the coffee or whatever. I don't use these. I have a cook pot. So, I mean, I use them if I don't have my pot with me, but there you go. I won't use it this time. I'll probably keep this though. It might come in handy. So there it is. Let's set this stuff aside. Let's get the main course heated up. Okay, I got the water in there. I've kind of spread it around the heating element to get it going. Hopefully it'll start. I don't hear it hissing or sizzling or anything. Put our main course in there. Oh yeah. Hear it? Yeah, it's definitely heating. We'll put it heating element down. And we will slide it. So that's actually swelling the bag. I haven't seen it do that in a long time. That used to happen all the time. Oh look, it even says you can heat the blueberry, or the cherry blueberry cobbler in here. So there we go. Let's set that aside. We'll prop it up on something. You can see it boiling there. It's cooking well. Maybe I actually will be able to heat the cobbler on this without putting it in water. Look at that. Look, look, look. Look at the steam. That's what's supposed to happen with these things. Heck yeah. Hopefully it doesn't explode. I actually put a little extra water in it because the last ones I've used, it didn't get hot enough. But tell you what, it is now. Look at that. That's awesome. Okay, that makes me happy. 8 ounces of cold water. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some cold water in this. And then we'll pour it into here because I have other uses for this. It looks like there's still some powder in there, and I shook the snot out of this. So, yeah, look at all that. Let's pour it in here and stir it up, whatever wouldn't mix. Yeah, there's quite a bit. That is some thick stuff. Protein drink. Well, I'm going to drink this anyway, despite having a skin on top. That's just weird. Look at that. It's just like a whole thick layer right on top. Anyway, here goes. That's as good as it's mixing in. It's just, it doesn't want to. It's like, chunky style. Not pleased with, oh, right on my pants. Looks like I had an accident. Bottoms up. Powdery. It's definitely not chocolate milk. when I was on keto last year, I used to buy those protein drinks at the grocery store, like Muscle Milk and that kind of thing. They're low carb. It kind of has that flavor to it. It's not horrible, but the texture, because of the stuff that won't mix in, it's not great. We'll set this aside. And I think we'll take out our main course and put the cobbler in before that heating element runs out of steam. Let's take this out. I think, yeah, that's really hot. And we're going to swap out the main course. Let's check it and make sure. Yeah, that's pretty warm. That's good enough. And then we'll put the cobbler in here. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Okay. Just set this down and let it do its thing. And we'll tear into this. Might as well. Let's open the breadsticks, though. Let's see what the Italian breadsticks look like. Just like that. Kind of a pita bread, but very strong basil. Yeah, basil and rosemary smell. So they do break into pieces really easily. And these are actually not as dry as the bread I had yesterday with the peanut butter and jelly. Got some good seasoning. So here's our pesto. And it has a very wonderful, like, pesto type flavor. It's going to go well with this. I can already tell. Somebody actually thought that one through. I questioned the peanut butter and jelly with Chinese food last night. That was weird. I mean, I ate it, but it was weird. Okay. Ooh, smells good. Where's my spoon? Oh, it's in the chocolate. I probably better clean my spoon off before dipping it in the pesto. Here's what the pesto looks like. Right there. It looks pretty good. We're going to take a breadstick. We're going to scoop up some pesto. There you go. That's good. Is it the best pesto I've ever had? No. Is it pretty good for an MRE? Yeah. Look at that. Noodles, big piece of meat there, tomatoes. I'm going to try just a spoonful by itself. Here's a look. This has my approval. For some reason, the Chinese food was just heaven to me. I don't know if it's because I was starving or what, but it was really good. This is pretty good. That was really good. So, you know, I would eat this night and day. That's no problem. The pesto isn't extremely strong with the basil, which is what you come to expect from pesto. Really good, strong basil. And it even doesn't smell extremely strong. These actually do. So maybe they put all the basil in the breadsticks. I don't know. Pesto I've had has been stronger than this for sure. But it's still good. I don't know what just happened. My battery's full. It just like shut off on me. Okay. Not good. I'm going to finish my bag of vomit. I don't want to dump it on the ground. And I do have to carry the garbage out. This is not my favorite. But I'll finish it. I've had real cobbler that tastes like real cobbler. Mr. Joseph Shanks, you make a mean peach cobbler. Oh my gosh, Dutch oven. He's made those on our outings before. That was awesome. This is like someone drank a jug of wine, ate a bunch of grape popsicles, and loaf of bread, and then threw up. And then I ate it. I would not go anywhere looking for this. I would trade this. If I were in the military, this is one of those items I'd be like, dude, do you want this for your Chinese food? Or maybe your oatmeal chocolate chunk cookie. Great segue, huh? So let's move on to that. This is our final piece of our meal. I'm actually pretty full right now, but I gotta know what it's like. Oh my, look at that. I expected, it's very dense. I expected like almost like a bread, but it's actually a hard cookie. Just like me, I'm a hard cookie. Whoa. This is a crummy cookie. Like falling apart. It's delicious. That makes up for the cobbler. That was really good. Oh. You can't bite it without it going all over the place, though. Oatmeal chocolate chunk cookie, thumbs up. Excellent. Fantastic. Really good. Okay, dinner's over. In case you're wondering, the gum is cinnamon. It's not great, but freshens up your mouth after you eat all that. I do have a toothbrush with me. I just don't film that. Anyway, I got this mess on the table. I got a tent to clean up. It's time to clean up camp. So let's tear into it. I had to put on the old puffer coat because it is getting pretty chilly right now. Lower 50s, I'd say, just by the feel. So I'm going to drink the rest of my water. I've got about half a liter left. It's just added weight. I'm only hiking in about a mile out of here. So I'm going to go ahead and drink it so I'm hydrated. And then I won't have to carry water with me. I've eaten all that food while I've been here. So I've lost that weight in my pack, even though I've got it in my gut. So it should be a lot easier hiking out than it was hiking in. And I'll try to pack it in such a way that I don't have to carry that stupid duffel bag with me or stuff sack with my food in it. It's mostly what's in here now is my leftover food and bunch of garbage. And I'll just throw everything away except for the food when I get home. I'm going to take this jar with this jug. This I might have to hand carry. It's pretty big. I don't want to leave that here. It's never going to break down. Anyway, I'll shut up. Let's get breaking down camp, shall we? Montage time. Okay guys, that looks like it. Let's take a look around camp. Fire pit I didn't use. Little secret, I did pee in that. The earthworms weren't very happy. Here's our table. I didn't realize I was zoomed in. There we go. So, nothing left. Nothing underneath. Okay, up here where camp was, obviously my pack was there against that tree. Or I should say where my tent was. This is where the tent was. Everything's picked up. And there we have it. Camp is empty. And it's time to leave. Guys, thanks for joining me on another overnight adventure. I hope there are many more to come this summer. I hope you're doing well. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you've been here a long time, thank you for supporting me. Just by viewing, I don't ask for anything else. But make sure you hit that notification bell. That way, instead of getting a bunch of clickbait of videos you might like, you'll actually get notified when I post a video. And hopefully you'll like what I do still. In the meantime, another adventure has come to a close. It's time to leave the maples behind and head back to civilization. Do yourself a favor. Get off the couch. Get out of the house. Get outside. And have some fun. You tell Steve. See you in the next adventure. Whoa.